matter what's going on, you always smile when you're on stage. Never let them see you're desperate, never show that you're afraid. You might get found out, someone might see that you're no one special, another kid with a dream. Every time you sing, you get closer to the truth, and this is what you are, not just something that you do. You get bolder every day, you'll just fake it till you're made. 1,000 eyes down, another 10,000 to go, and all those things you thought you'd miss, they get forgotten on the road. Another notebook filled, another chapter closed. You're studying your reflection.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm really excited to be here with you. Of course, my backdrop chooses this particular moment to fall. Let me fix that. Say hello when you join. There we go. So irritating. There we go. All right, let's make sure everything is working here real quick. Yes, it is. Excellent. All right. It's always kind of it's like every single week there's some new and unexpected challenge, and I'm always trying to get out in front of it, and I solve, like last week's challenge, and then something new comes up. So I think we're ready to go. It looks like we're on the right places. Let's see. It's nice because it's super sunny for you and it's super sunny for me here in Washington. Super gorgeous today. Hello, Alistair. It's been a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're really loud now. I have adjusted some of the audio since the early days. So if it's been a little while since you've joined us, it gets loud. So, hello, Julie. Thanks for joining us today. I'm really excited for this theme. I feel like it's a good one. I'm really excited for these songs. And I'm just really excited to hang out with you. So, let's get started. First of all, I just am kind of curious. Other than, maybe the Stevie Nicks song, what does the term wild heart, do you resonate with that term? I like it a lot, but I'm also like a huge Stevie Nicks fan, so. Good, I'm glad it's good on your end, Carwin. You're used to it. You haven't missed a bunch of our shows, so. Okay, good thing that you clarified there, Alistair. Not all of our Feral fam may have picked up on that. It's hard when you can't see facial features, right? It's hard to know. It's hard to know what somebody means. Dry humor in particular, I have so many issues. All right, so I'm going to start the show off with Wild Things, and then we'll chat a little bit here afterwards. And let me know what, you were talking about Wild Heart. Makes you think of rubbish. But let me know what that means to you. Okay. That was wild things. Let me catch up on your comments here. Yeah, Stevie Nicks tribute sounds really fun. We still don't have live shows here in Washington. There's starting to be instrumentals outside. We will see. Yeah, he made a little an entrance, huh? Wanted to say hi. He does that. I'm glad that he's not trying to sing along. In my early days of streaming, he would try to harmonize in the background, and that was pretty dang funny. So when I think of this, I guess, identity term, wild heart, other than, again, songs, I guess it makes me think of people who have a very different relationship to like desire, right? So, you know, if you're thinking about wild hearts, you're also thinking about, well, what is a tamed heart, right? And I feel like there's plenty of people who go about their life putting safety first, and there's nothing wrong with making, you know, reasonable choices and really centering stability. There are plenty of people who are also very happy, who have created really satisfying lives, and they've done it very thoughtfully. But I feel like I know a lot of people who just aren't even concerned with questioning why they don't get to do the things that make them happy, and then they kind of get bitter, right? Like these are the hate commenters who are mad that somebody else is doing the thing that they've told themselves that they don't get to do. Tamed heart. Yeah, I can turn up the vocals for sure. Let's do that. Thank you, Julie. I think it's because I'm a little farther from the microphone than usual. I usually kind of have this maybe more here. So that could be super loud because I just turned it up and I moved the microphone, but let me know if that's better, Julie. So let's see. I think I'm caught up with comments now. Yes, so back to what I was talking about. This is the challenge of these live performances, these live streams, right? Oftentimes I kind of have something sort of prepared to talk about, but nothing too polished, because I lose my train of thought in the middle of it anyway. Good. Yeah, so I lose my train of thought because I'm also wanting to talk with you. That's part of what's fun about this format, is unlike when I'm on stage. Unlike when I'm on stage, I can kind of talk to you. I can actually like process what you've written, although it can get very distracting. So, yeah, and I feel like it's really important for those of us who do kind of have that personality that takes us out of the pre-established life path, right, to find each other and support each other, because sometimes even really well-intentioned people, friends and family, they're going to want to bring you back into what they're familiar with, even if they ultimately want what's best for you. So I think it's really important to, there goes my pick, have spaces where you can gather and you can celebrate and you can, you know, be kind of as strange as you are, within reason. And listen to some music. All right, so let's get on to the next song. The next song is Small Deaths. wouldn't say that I'm a Confucius. I have thoughts. I mean, and I oftentimes put them in songs, so it's fun to give you all a little bit of the background behind the thoughts that I think that inspire my songs. And I mean, I just want to provide like a little bit of a platform, a little bit of space to think your own thoughts and let me know about them. So thank you, Carwin. I feel like Small Deaths is almost like a fairy tale. One of these days on my Patreon, I'm going to actually write like a short fairy tale story around Small Deaths and share it. Because there is one in my head that's like, I mean, it's very like a mix of Red Riding Hood and, I don't know, with a different ending, right? Because she's trusting somebody she shouldn't, but then her rescuer wants to keep her safe to the point where that becomes its own trap, right? And so the happy ending is, I guess, almost being given enough space to take risks and be vulnerable and be accepted as that person? Question mark. What do you think? What do you think the plot line of Small Deaths is? Having thoughts is just wrong. Yeah, something like that. It reminds me of, that sentiment reminds me of a Justice League cartoon, if you like comics, American comics. But there was a Justice League episode where there was an alternate universe where Superman just lobotomized literally everyone, and then there was no crime. Solved the problem. Like that overly extreme thinking sometimes, right? Thinking is terrible, but also wonderful. But that's just life. Next week, by the way, I'm going to actually have fancy drinks. This is just a lime and watermelon sparkling water, but I ordered some fancy Kin Euphorics, like their latest thing, and some non-alcoholic beer. So I will tell you all what I think if you're curious about non-alcoholic alternatives, because when I'm performing, I don't drink a ton anyway, but especially when I'm performing, it's like if I want to put on a good show, I should be drinking, right? I feel like a Disney princess. I've enchanted a mouse on the other side of the planet. Thank you for sharing that, Carwin. That's a really sweet story. I love that. All right. It's a little bit literal for Wild Heart, but it works. So, before I kind of get into this last song, you know, it's the businessy part of the stream, right? Because I don't get to do this without support. And that's part of what's cool, because it is a back and forth relationship. It's not like there's some corporate record label who's breathing down my neck telling me what I can play and how I can play it and what I can do for these streams. So a couple of ways if you want to support. The first is free. Liking, commenting, sharing, even if you're catching the replay, all of that really just helps other people who might enjoy the show find it. And that's wonderful. We want as many people as possible. In fact, invite somebody to the next show. Bring a person. I'd love that. If you are the type of person who would normally tip if this were live, there is that option. It's over here in the corner here. Other corner. In the corner down here. You should just be able to click on that button and it'll take you to Ko-fi. Or you can write in the thingy mabobber that takes you to the website. It's all there. And that just is like a small $2 to $3 donation. It goes through PayPal. It's a really easy way to just kind of literally buy me a coffee. And we're getting to the point where a coffee equals like an hour of office time for me. So it's actually kind of a big deal. And then you could also, if you're on Facebook and you'd prefer to just stay in platform, you can use the stars that are like a part of the comment. I think it gives you the option to send stars. So you can do that as well. That's all wonderful. And then if you want to get to know me, you want to get to know the band better, you really like these thoughts about songs, and you kind of want to go deeper into it, there is a free EP that you can sign up for that will give you all of the downloads, or not all the downloads, that would be so many downloads, all of my favorite songs that we've released so far, and then goes into depth about kind of the recording experience and different stories about how the band was formed and what our vision is for the future, and it's pretty sweet. Also, you get emailed the reruns of these in case you miss them. So that's a pretty sweet free thing as well. All right, we did it. We talked about it. I remembered this time. Okay, one more song, and then we'll visit a little bit more. I'm going to end with Animal, which is one of my favorites. Animal always makes me think of, it's really a song about finding your people, right? It's about finding other people, whether it's just an individual or a group of people who resonate on the same level as you do. So. To the wolf in me, it's that animal attraction, that animal, so peel me from my skin and see me as I am, wild eyes and moonlight, sharp teeth and scar tissue. I've been nice long enough, tired of keeping my tail tucked. Are you shaped out of the dark like me? An animal, so take off all your masks. I only want what's real. Who are you when your mind shuts off and all you do is feel? 'Cause I've been watching you, and I think I like what I see. All I need to know now is, can you keep up with me down the hollows in the shadows? Should all we're supposed to be? Will you take me as a monster, as a specter, as your queen? Ooh, ooh. The wolf in you cries to the wolf in me, the wolf in you cries to the wolf in me, the wolf in you cries to the wolf in me, the wolf in you cries to the wolf in me, that animal, that animal, that animal, that animal. Peel me from my skin and see me as I am, wild eyes and moonlight, sharp teeth and scar tissue. All right, thank you so much for joining me for another mini concert. These are just short 3-song concerts around a theme. Let me know what themes you want to hear in the future in the comments. It's totally fine. If you're catching this as the replay, you can still comment. I will still respond. I just obviously can't do it to the camera. I will see you next Saturday at 4 p.m. Bring friends and hang out with me. It's always a good time. Thank you so much.
You're studying your reflection in the window of a dark cafe, with a cold cup of coffee you bought with someone else's change.